one of its aircraft was shot down, but not a second. Well, the latest escalation is understood to have taken place in and around the disputed region of Kashmir, parts of which are both controlled by Pakistan and India. Both countries' troops there are on the highest alert. It comes 24 hours after the first Indian airstrikes inside Pakistan since 1971, which followed a suicide bomb attack by Islamic militants in Indian administered Kashmir, left 40 Indian paramilitaries dead. Well, a short time ago, we had the first official reaction from Delhi, this by a spokesman, Ravish Kumar, explaining that Indian strikes on Tuesday had been based on credible evidence that the alleged militants they targeted were planning further attacks.
Against this counter-terrorism action, Pakistan has responded this morning by using its Air Force to target military installations on the Indian side. Due to our high state of readiness and alertness, Pakistan's attempts were foiled successfully. The Pakistan Air Force was detected and the Indian Air Force responded instantly. In that aerial engagement, one Pakistan Air Force fighter aircraft was shot down by a MiG-21 Bison of the Indian Air Force. The Pakistani aircraft was seen by ground forces falling from the sky on the Pakistan side. In this engagement, we have unfortunately lost one MiG-21. The pilot is missing in action. Pakistan has claimed that he is in their custody.
Well, that was the latest statement from Delhi. Let's go to Delhi. We can speak to Sheikh Salik, a columnist and writer on Kashmir. This seems an extraordinary eruption, an escalation of events in the past few days. How serious do you think it is?
It comes across as very serious right now. We have the context, what has happened on Tuesday, where where Indian Air Forces went and struck deep inside Pakistan. Although Pakistan that time had said that there were no casualties, but in the morning we saw that Pakistani Air Force had attacked two MiG-21s, and according to the DG ISPR of Pakistan, the public relations of Pakistan, they said that they have two Indian Air Force pilots who they have captured. And the NEA statement from the Ministry of External Affairs, they also confirmed this and are back, although they are saying that they are ascertaining the facts, but they did agree that one of the pilots is missing in action. And right now, just 5 minutes before, Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, gave out a recorded statement to the Pakistani news channels, and he also claimed and acknowledged that they have two Indian Air Force personnel captured with them, although he did mention that there has been a lot of escalation from both the sides, and he wants peace, and he wants peace to be given a chance, and there should be some sort of dialogue. But from this coming from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, acknowledging that there are two Indian Air Force pilots captured in Pakistan, it definitely is going to make it much more on the Indian side, although a lot of people are now saying of maybe further escalation from both the sides.
The international community, of course, the world is worried. Both India and Pakistan are nuclear armed. I think it was President Clinton who said this was the potentially most volatile area of the world that the world needed to look at. Can this be talked down, though, in terms of further escalation? You've already been at war with Pakistan 3 times since 1947.
See, talking about escalation, this definitely is one of the biggest concerns right now in South Asia. A lot of people are talking about it. But like I said, that Imran Khan said 5 minutes ago in a recorded television, that he also mentioned that war is not an option. He also gave examples of World War I and World War II. He also mentioned Afghanistan and the Vietnam War. And then he further went on and said that both the countries possess certain weaponry which we shouldn't be using, and he also that was a slight hint towards the use of nuclear weapons. And right now, there is a lot of concern in terms of if this escalation is going to go further, because we are seeing that both the media from both the countries are talking about certain escalation on the border town, like places like Punch and Samba, which is on the line of control. So escalation is now the biggest concern, and we could only know in coming hours what both the countries are going to do about it.
You're an expert on Kashmir. You know, 60% of the population there is Muslim. You've got political capital to be made in both India and Pakistan. Absolutely. With the populations there on both sides. What is going on to try and bring about a meeting of minds in terms of any back channels between the two countries?
Right now, I don't see any sort of back channels happening in Kashmir, because we know that from last 4 to 5 days, Kashmir has been in some sort of a lockdown where a lot of Hurriyat activists and separatists have been arrested. Also, Jamaat-e-Islami, which is an Islamic religious organization back in Kashmir, almost 100 to 120 of them activists have been arrested. Mirwais Umar Farooq, who is one of the biggest separatist leaders in Kashmir, he was supposed to give a press conference at around 3, but the recent reports which have reached to us, they said that the authorities back there didn't even allow him to come out with a press conference. Obviously, Pakistan on the other side is saying that they are claiming that these kind of escalations will further help the Modi government to come back in power, and because of the elections, that's why this sort of escalation is happening. But in terms of Kashmir, what has happened there, after the 14th Feb attack in Pulwama, in which more than 40 CRPF men were killed, there has been a lot of apprehensions. The border towns are very volatile right now. We are hearing reports that some of the border town areas are being the villagers and the people there are being taken to different areas, to the different border towns where this sort of escalation might not happen. They are being taken out from the border areas right now.
OK, Sheikh Sadiq, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here on GMT.